Martrice got jungle fever. Don't smoke, but a breakdown. The Chiba, the Chiba. Feel my senorita, you should meet her. Buenos dias, clean up, clean cut. Bitch impressed with stock beamers. I want property dual citizen with the visa. My niggas Ninja Turtles, call me Tracy Sensei. I can mold me a nigga, get out.
What's up with it? This is Bella Martrice, and we're reporting live from San Francisco, California. We up in Edge Studios, and guess what? Your ghost with the most, your host with the most, has some dope ass people that's in the building. So first off, we have Mizzle, and he is the owner of Visual Life Music Group, music studios, productions, clothing line, and the creator of Map Social Network. And he's also a content creator. And next on the mic, we also have the poet, motherfucking laureate of Antioch, Cordon Concept. Say hi.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I have two of my favorite people up in the studio. And what is a poet laureate? Because honestly,
Yeah.
I didn't know for a long time. I just knew that was like the head honcho of poetry.
I mean, I guess that's a way of thinking about it. A poet laureate is like a poet who, in a way, represents a particular city, right? And so whenever anything goes around, whenever anything revolves around poetry in that particular city, that the poet laureate usually be involved, in spreading art and culture within the city. Yes, and so pretty much just a poet that essentially represents that city, and whenever the city also has events, they'll usually be there. Things like Juneteenth, or things like Independence Day, or things of that sort, that are like kind of citywide. Or if there's press conferences, keys to the city, and there's they want a poet to show up, then they'll call the poet laureate.
How did you get into poetry?
I wanted to be a rapper. I wanted to be a rapper for sure. Yeah. Yeah, but I've always been an artist, right? So when I was younger, I used to draw a lot. So I'll draw a lot, and that was so the artist was kind of in there naturally. You feel me? But then there was a point in time when I was about, I think, 13 or 12. I moved around a lot as a kid, and then when we finally settled down, I got real close to a couple of partners, and they had a big family. And as part of that, they were also a very creative family, and they were doing music. So me already being artistically inclined, and then not only did I move around a lot, but then we had no family, right? So it was like my mom, me, my pops, right? And then eventually, my sister was born. Eventually, my brother came from El Salvador. But even then, it was us. You feel me? It wasn't like uncles, aunties, grandma. You feel me? So then when I was artistically inclined, then when I stopped moving around and I connected with some folks that I really related to, our bond kind of grew strong. And so they brought me into the family, and then some of them were doing music. And then me and one of like the middle cousins, we just started linking up a lot, and he would make beats. I would write stuff. I still remember like one of the first things that I wrote. I was like, wake up in the morning and I see the bright lights. What is this? I ain't seeing it with my eyes. Could it be the 5-0 busting in my home? So I hopped out of bed and I reload the chrome. Something like that. It was like the very, you know what I'm saying? And if you can imagine the beat too back in the day, you feel me? But yeah, I wanted to be a rapper, and then eventually that slowly gravitated towards poetry.
See, and the whole thing is me too. I want to be a rapper. That's hella funny.
Yeah.
And rap is actually an acronym.
Yeah, for rhythm
meaning
and poetry.
rhythm and
Yeah.
poetry. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
And then we got a producer right here and a rapper.
Right.
So therefore, it's like this is you feel me? This is a
Yeah,
combo, man.
for sure. There's a lot of similarities between rap or the I should say more hip hop, I guess, and rap versus just a single craft of poetry. Yeah, just slowly it was a kind of a a slow shift to just kind of focusing more on the words, as opposed to the music. And then what also happens is because the music caters itself to being able to kind of write about certain topics or in a certain way, that you might not be able to do as easily through just poetry, right? Like saying something like like I want to see bitches on the something like that, well you can say that just verbally if you wanted to, but you're not gonna with music you put some beat behind it, you start saying some wild stuff, it'll still carry through because of the beat is carrying it through. Whereas opposed to when you just start focusing on the words, it kind of makes you analyze kind of the topics a little bit more, similar to like battle rap, right? Like they're really thinking about like what's being said, and it better be hard, because if it's not, then everybody's gonna be like, I heard everything you just said.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
it's not the same thing as a song.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
What do you think? Because I feel like me being a poet, especially being a part of the community I'm a part of, is that I feel like there was a big disconnect at first. So what is something that you feel that you would want people who aren't usually aligned with poetry, like people don't understand how important poetry is?
I would say poetry isn't just for white folks. And it isn't just for college educated folks. And I think that's been a big well, it's not necessarily a misconception, because there is some truth to that, where for a long time it has been kind of poetry has been kind of dominated and dictated by old white folks, with college degrees, and a lot of the poetry was done through publishing and stuff like that, right? And you would have to get published to these big things. Whereas now, there's a lot more folks just kind of doing poetry without going through like the classic mediums of big publishing houses, or studying necessarily through a college, poetry stuff like that, right? And so, because though that's been kind of like the history of it, the way that it's been written has been very it's very complicated. It can be written very complicated, where when you read it, you're like, what the fuck am I reading? It just kind of like it's kind of hard to get through it. And so when you come around, like for example, out of the Bay Area spaces, and I'm sure it's the same for other poetry scenes around the nation, and across the state. But then you start to see, and you start to come around these spaces, and you start to be able to understand what they're saying. You feel me? Like you can start to relate to the struggles. You can start to relate to the metaphors. You can start to relate to all of that, because they're speaking in a manner and in language in which, even if there's a lot of metaphors, it's still like understandable to everybody. Yeah, so I would say that's kind of one of the things about poetry that's like, yeah. Like
And also see that you're a community organizer, and I think a lot of people don't attach, like, I mean, especially if in our community, that we attach our art with how we live in our lives. So you're also a community activist, an organizer. So therefore, what is it that you help to gain? No, what are you gaining, and what are you taking from the community and giving back to the community? Like, and what do you want from the community? You feel me?
Yes. So what I give, what I take, I guess what I take, I guess let's just start with that. Is a lot of experience and love, because they give a lot of it. And then what do I give? Hopefully all of that back plus a lot more. So whether that's through providing community spaces, providing opportunities for artists, whether that's just through open mics or actual paid gigs, or whether that's through actual community organizing type stuff, like former tenant unions, or helping tenants out, or doing what we call like walking down blocks and just necessarily feeding everybody, right? Shutting down courts, working with youth, trying to connect the day laborers with their different job opportunities. So yeah.
Man, hats off to you, brother.
Yes,
I was trying to let you finish your science, but it takes a lot to organize.
Yeah.
And then it takes a lot to actually follow through.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. They'll get you to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, let's do this, but they won't follow through. So to actually get people organized to make a movement for something and actually follow through and stick with it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna give you your flowers while you're still here, man. That takes a lot. That
I
takes a lot.
appreciate it, man. And you're right. It's definitely not easy. And myself, I will say this. So just this year, I became a full-time poet, right? And so where my
Congratulations.
yeah, so where my focus has shifted. I'm still doing a lot of community work, but it's not at the level that I was doing it. And so my hats off to them. But it isn't easy, right? Because there's different levels of it. So I used to also work with a lot of youngsters, right? And so working with youngsters is a different responsibility than working with like tenants or day laborers, but there's still big responsibilities, and it's very easy to burn out because um well, when you get into community organized, now mind you, I'm not uh the issues that I've learned about have been through self-education and through being out there and talking to people, right? um and so through that kind of lens, and kind of um through that journey, you start to kind of see how the world in our country, in our cities, have been set up in such a way that there have been purposeful systems put in place um, to keep folks in a certain situation.
That's true.
And then so you can't, so you know this, and then you're speaking with people who are in situations that need help sometimes, and you're trying to get them going, and it could feel there could be, it's easy to get this feeling of like deflation when you know the problem and you're trying to help somebody, and then even though it's understandable, it's hard to get them activated. That's the hard
Dead motivation.
that's the hard thing about organizing, is that even though there's a situation going on, you know everything that's going on, you're able to articulate it. The person's already in a situation where they're kind of receptive to it. Even then, it's still hard to move people to action. You know, and then on top of that, the fights could be so long.
Right.
They could be so long, so it's hard to it can be hard to stay motivated.
Yeah.
you
Could I
know?
say one thing? But one thing that I did notice about you, right now, I
Yeah.
live in Antioch.
Yeah.
I'm from the city, and there'd be a lot of shooting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of violence. I have a teenage daughter, and there was a lot of things that I'd be looking for things to do, and I remember when I first came to your open mic. I remember seeing you around because I was posting up my flyers, and I see.
You drove by the police station one time.
Oh, when you was doing protesting. Oh yeah. Damn, you got a good memory.
Yeah.
I stopped. I was like,
I
"Man,
remember,
what's going
yeah.
on?" I'm an activist, so therefore, I'm nosy. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But that's a dope memory. But but what I'm saying is that being in a neighborhood that's disenfranchised, that don't have a lot of resources, having a teenager, not being from there. I saw, when I was putting up my flyers for my open mic,
Yeah.
I literally at all the stores
Yeah,
that I was putting at, I was looking at, I was like, who is this? What time go? I was supposed to come to some of them events.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing yours. I'm like, man, who is this? I hit him. I'm like, who is this? He like, man, he raw. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to have to tap in with him.
Yeah.
But
Well, thank you, Tongo, man.
yeah, shout out to Tongo.
Yeah.
That's a poet laureate of San Francisco.
Yeah.
So, outside of that, so I end up coming to one of your events. No, actually, you came to one of my events. I had never even seen you perform, but you actually came. You was like the second to the last event I came, and you ripped that. I was like, God damn. And I was like, so I came to your event, and it was a
Yeah.
beautiful event, and you host that. Is it every once a month at the end of the month?
Last Friday, yeah.
So it's every last Friday of a month in a beautiful space up in Antioch. So
Yeah.
if y'all ain't got nothing to do, where is it at and what time is it?
It's at the Lindhouse Gallery. The last Friday of every month from 7:30 to 10. It's always free too. The water, the wine.
The water, the wine, and you got a mic. And also something else I seen you do was you opened an event for the youth at the library.
We're just
Up
starting
in
that. Yeah, this
Antioch.
Friday. Yeah.
This will be the first one?
Yeah, so that came about. So the library got shut down. Because there was according to the staff there was a fear of safety for the patrons and the staff, right? And so they shut it down for safety concerns. And then they reopened it with added security. Now they had security. They had one person already in there, but they added it with multiple securities. And so the day of the reopening, a lot of us were caught off guard. And so on the day of the reopening, we went back and we just kind of were there just to show numbers and just support. And when I was there was another fellow organizer there named Tashina. Shout out to Sheena. And she's helped to do a lot of organizing in Antioch. Well, she was there doing some research, and I just went to go write some poetry. And as we were sitting there, there was a lot of reporters and there was a lot of armed guards, and it was just like this weird situation at the library. It was like you at the library, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Right.
what in the world? But the reporters were interviewing everybody, and how do you feel? Woo woo woo. Um, Tashina got interviewed, I got interviewed, and all this is happening. And then we start looking at each other like, man, what could we do? Besides just sitting here and answering some questions, and also making sure that answering in a way that we also speak up for our city. Not just throwing it under the bus,
Right.
but also man, places everywhere are experiencing issues. You know what I'm saying? It for sure just ain't Antioch. And so making sure that we're there speaking up. But then we're like, there's got to be a little more. So we're sitting there and like, what if we did a youth open mic in here? And we're trying to think, well, what would we do with that? And so that's kind of how it came about. To do it for multiple. So the for me, like the one of the visions is, so I'm not there at the library every day, so there very well might be instances where maybe the staff feels unsafe for whatever reason. I know how downtown can be. I know it's right around Sycamore, so I know how it might get a little funky. Um, it might, right? And so one of my goals is to be able to have that space open up to the youth, have them share their stories in there, have those stories become essentially part of the other stories that are there within the books, right? So that then slowly but hopefully surely, as more and more generations of kids drive by it, they see their stories in there.
Right.
So there's a vested interest in that building because it houses not only the stories that are in the books, but it houses their stories, right? Because that's where they opened up at. And so we'll see what happens. We got youngsters leading it. So we have 3 youngsters that are leading it. It has to be a youth led space. Yeah, so that'll be this Friday though.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
I actually started off like, at my school, and with the nonprofit organization, I ended up pairing up with the main library also.
Oh,
Shout out
yeah?
to my teen librarian, Jennifer
Yeah.
Collins.
Yeah, libraries are an essential part of our communities. You feel me?
Absolutely.
They provide a lot of resources. I know the one in Antioch has free Wi-Fi. They have mental health resources. They have English tutoring stuff. They have free seeds. You feel me? For anybody that wants to go and get some seeds to be able to plant.
Really?
Yeah, they got free seeds. You feel me?
I'm about to go get some.
Yeah, they need more support. You feel me? A lot
Right.
of our libraries are undervalued.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's an excellent thing what you're doing. I know I got kids, so my daughter said she was gonna go to the library, and in my head I was like, they still got a library because nowadays everybody got the smartphone,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah.
But only intelligent kids hang out at the library nowadays,
Yeah.
right? So it's funny because you bring in a whole space. They already had that space. So
Yeah.
you bringing something more to the space, it add way more value. That's
Yeah.
that's excellent, man. I know I'm from Oakland, so what I'm hearing is kind of like back in the day you had the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
It was hard for them to stick up. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To be a voice for the whole community.
Yeah.
So what you doing is more like, hey, I'm gonna keep it lit because
Yeah.
all the people in your area probably ain't gonna stick up and say nothing about it. They all thinking about it, but they ain't putting no action to it. So man, I mean, it takes a lot to have encouragement to lead other people to do positive things.
I
You know?
appreciate that, man, and I take all of those, man, and with a big heart. Also, got to say, there's folks out there that are putting in some work, so I'm gonna give them their place too. But yeah, you're right though. I do feel like there are a lot of folks that don't do nothing. Fortunately, because I'm in the organizing space, I'm around a lot of those folks. We shut down a court in San Jose one time during the pandemic when they were kicking people out of their homes. They had a stay at home order because of the pandemic, but they were still kicking people out. It didn't even make no sense, right? So we shut down the court. You feel me? But we were only able to do that because there's those people out there. There's those folks out there, and so yeah. So fortunately, I've been able to be around them. But yeah, Antioch's a cool place, man. It has a lot of folks, but it could use more folks that speak up and step up.
Yeah, it's crazy because I think that Antioch, man, like they became like Oakland over time.
Yeah.
So
What ended up, one of the things that happened with that situation was that as folks started kind of not only leaving the cities, but getting pushed out, there was essentially a very few cities that were taking low income tenants, and within the Bay Area itself, within the wider Bay Area, Antioch was one of the few cities that took those folks in,
Right.
and so it's like people like to people say it, and it's like a people will call it like a little Oakland or like a little Richmond from back in the day. But what happened is that economically, that's what happened. It was one of the few cities that opened up its doors
Right.
to the low income folks. And with that came certain things. Because unfortunately, what happens is sometimes it's just growing. They're called growing pains.
Right.
You feel me? As you expand your presence, your city, as your population grows, you're gonna experience growing pains. And that's what they're experiencing, I think.
I have a question. Do you have any work you want to share with us? Because I feel like to really get like a full scope of what a poet is, especially a poet laureate, I feel like you basically described basically like you the city like Antioch's like baby Mary, you feel me? That's what I feel like, you know?
Yeah.
So is there any like body of work you want to share with us as far as like a poem?
I can share some real quick.
Because you got some dope stuff.
Now I didn't come prepared for this, to be quite honest with you. Sometimes I could do them off the top of my dome.
Right.
But I'm gonna pull this up just in case I can't. So
Yeah, I don't mean to put you on the spot like
Nah,
that. Go ahead, pull it up.
it's good. It's good.
But-
So this one right here. I'm gonna call it. Let me see here. There's quite a few. So yeah. So I because I've been in the organizing space, a lot of my poems do kind of have some of that tone to it. And I'm gonna share one of those with you guys right now. All right, so this is called Blood Papers. Um, and so this one kind of takes the perspective of, yes, a community organizer, but then it also takes the perspective of uh being raised in like an immigrant home, and so what happens with that situation is that you realize America's issues, and there's numerous and they're deep, and a lot of them are systemic.
Hmm.
And then you also look at where some of our families come from. And then, in the words of a gentleman named Immortal Technique, he says some of those make the hoods in America look like paradise.
Hmm.
You know, because there are certain places and corners in the world that make you realize, holy shit, like even some of the most basic stuff out there, like, for example, flushing toilets, right? Literally flushing toilets, or only having running water for 5 hours, or like little things like this. So it kind of takes that perspective, and just kind of being in a way thankful, and being aware of what some of these comforts have come with, right? At least pertaining to me personally, the comforts that I've experienced. So it's called Blood Papers. It says, I have something that many people take for granted. Something that makes thousands cross the Rio Grande in the middle of the darkness. Imagine your children in your arms and you trying to escape from all the madness. Your whole lives crammed in a backpack with flashlights for the night and flashbacks full of sadness. With a pocket full of understanding, there's no changing what has happened. But the other pocket full of hope, and that's why you keep advancing. Through jungles, rivers, and deserts, enduring violence and hunger, all in an effort to live, to laugh, to love, and to learn, instead of watching folks being killed, stuck in the third world until it's your turn. Should I do the same? And I'd get on the train they call the beast, let my dreams feeding me if I didn't eat, and then top it off with hope and aspiration so the meal's complete. What would you do if you grew up with violence so common and profuse that a week after bullets let loose, it was old news because some dude was found hanging from a bridge with a tall noose? You see, I remember seeing kids no older than 8 or 6 have to comb through and really dig shit we would give to pigs just to put a fucking meal together. And if that was how you lived, wouldn't you take a risk to try to make your situation better? Shit, I would. And that's why I know I have something that many people take for granted, unaware of how they contribute to the practice of exploiting resources, resulting in folks not having access to simple shit like food and water. A greedy American lifestyle makes others harder. We need the cocaine, the coffee beans, and avocados. Then we dig down and we gobble the gold, the copper, the iron, and sell it back to the home country at the cost of everything in their coffers. We take it all. And in return, we give them Coca-Cola in a fucking McDonald's. Then we sponsor the slaughter of people of color by people of color, real quiet and subtle, and blame it on politics brewing internally. Organized greed is making the masses oppressed completely and totally, and it's happening globally. Just blame it on the poor folks. Capitalism scapegoats. We're in the same water, not in the same boat. And what's ironic, though, they call immigrant wetbacks, but it's European Americans that are blood soaked. And then that's blood papers.
That was deep. That was deep. I felt that.
But it goes back to say, so this American citizenship that we got, a lot of us are. I'm born here. It comes to certain things that folks just do not have in other countries, and it's hard to sometimes fathom that unless you go there. And sometimes you see like the level of poverty that is it's a trip.
I know what you mean. I think when they say the America's the land of the free, it's really the land of the free. It's really the land of the free. They got to take that R out because everything here is. I mean, I ain't gonna say it's overpriced. If you think about the price of gas in California, and you think about the price of gas down south, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So they price gouge us, you know what I'm saying? And everything that we do here on American soil, we kind of more or less like we paying for everything that we do. But again, like you say, you go to a third world country and then you see how they living, you be ready to get back home. You ready to get back home quick because the whole way they live is not the same way you live, but we're paying for the way that we live.
Yeah, and really paying it with your life.
I mean, this your segment, but I mean, I know you definitely okay. At the point of you having a social security number, that social security number goes into a bank. I don't want to get too deep, but
I hear you, bro.
They already control you by the papers that you sign.
Yeah.
That's why you got a social security number and everything that you do. I mean, we trade our time for money anyway.
Yeah,
you work for 8 hours.
There's I talked to a lot of folks that come over here, and just recently I did these interviews, and the young ones that had just come over here, they're still a lot full of enthusiasm. But the older heads, now I'll say this, while everything I just said, I fully believe there's a lot of opportunities here. And there's a lot of things we could do here. They come with a very high price. Right. And that is often your happiness, your health, in a very real way.
Yeah.
Right? And so what a lot of these older heads that come from other countries have told me is like, part of them wishes they just stayed in their country. Right. Because maybe they didn't have as much money, but they didn't have to worry about where to eat. They didn't have to worry about the constant, like this whole rent thing. So there's people that don't have, they might not be as, they might not have the biggest houses, but not everybody has that rent, like that shit, you know, like it's big. So a lot of them say, this land, this country has cost them essentially happiness, you know, because you're just a slave to the grind here. Right. Yeah. So even though we have those privileges, they're conditional to you feeding the machine.
Think about this though. People nowadays are actually trying to retire in third world countries.
Right.
Yeah.
So how does that kind of it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. So everybody over here trying to get the money. And then you trade your time for money, so you work this 8-hour shift, and that's basically to pay your bills. And then you have to get another job to actually survive and buy food and gas and everything else, right? Yeah. So at that point, you completely exhausted. It's only 24 hours in a day. You work another 8 after 8. That's 16. It's only 24 hours in a day. Yeah. You gotta travel. You gotta eat. You gotta sleep. Yeah. I don't know where, but at the end of the day, you basically your whole life consists on what?
It's
working. And the crazy part about this is, when you go to the bank and you buy a house, what are you signing?
A loan.
No.
What?
Well, you sign a loan, but in the end, it's called a mortgage.
Yeah, the mortgage.
Where have you ever heard that word?
Mortuary or what?
More.
Right.
Think about how
like
long
the
it take to
root-
pay a
the root of
house
it.
off.
Yeah, like
35
30,
years.
yeah.
So I'm gonna show my age, but say if you 40 and you buy a home in the economy now, are you going to even live to pay your house off? Because the average person that's living nowadays
Yeah.
may be living up to 70, pushing it, saying 72, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being honest, right? So the bank, they're gonna tell you, hey, you're gonna pay more for this house because instead of it being pushed out how it the old school ways was, nah, we want more money. So that's why
Yeah.
people was coming up homeless. They had the money and they had a good job.
Yeah.
But if you lose that good job or you get COVID or anything happened, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then everything completely slows down. So, and then you lose your home. And then they take that home and resell it to somebody else.
And that's why I was mentioning earlier about the organizing space being sometimes, or at least the tenant rights, because there's a lot of organizing spaces, right? There's women's rights, there's environmental rights, there's animal rights, all types of rights, right? Well, in the housing space, you heard everything you just said, and so people are tired of it. But then they're actually so tired that it's hard to get them to activate because they are so tired. You know, like they're just physically, and they're like, yo, I want to go, but man, I got to feed my kid, and then I got to go to sleep. You know, and it's like, and you're like in this, like you're caught in
You
this,
in a cycle, especially like you
in a
said, it's
cycle,
24
yeah,
hours
you're
a
in the
day.
cycle.
You think before, you know what I'm saying, like people, they was able to go, they was able to organize, they was able to do things, but you didn't have to work 3 jobs just to have an apartment.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You do. Okay, so we have an MP4 for you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I want
yeah.
to blaze that because I know.
We're going to switch topic like a mom.
Yeah. So therefore, what I want to do is like, so you know what you sent me. So you want to introduce like what we about to see?
Yeah. It's one of my very first artistic videos that I had did. It's called Every Pretty Face. And it was a poem that I just kind of well, it has music behind it. But it was written as a poem. So what do I mean? I mean that I wrote it just as I would write any other poem. But then I got to this certain place and I was like, like I like how this sound, but I think it would sound a little better with some extra behind it. And so we went with my cousins at Freebase Studios out in Hayward and in Pittsburgh, and I did the poem. I did the poem. And then I sat with my cousin, and then we just started to fill it out. You know, and slowly but surely little instruments started to come along. And so they added the instruments after the poem. And then after that happened, I got together with one of my boys, my creative director, and he put this vision together here for this video called Every Pretty Face. But yeah, like I said, we're about to switch topics like a motherfucker.
Do you believe in voodoo or brujeria? Some santeria. It's not a play with, she isn't either. And now I see her in every pretty face and I can't explain it. Even though she's out of state to these bitches out of town, but let me speak more plainly. She's your first high off the purest coke line. Everything else is almost maybe, but never quite as great. And on most days, shit is just okay, but I still get a fix of her in every pretty face. She's a cup of coffee, good morning caffeine, parking lot conversation, some oldies and good weed, a whole vibe. Exclusive and VIP, a quarter to your dime, she's so fine. And now I get flashbacks with every pretty face. She could break necks in the city from a mile away, and a couple hearts if you wanna play. Now do you believe in voodoo or brujeria? Some santeria. It's not a play with, she isn't either. And now I see her in every pretty face and I'm not alone. She leaves her mark in vivid tones everywhere she goes. You touch your body, she touch your soul on some voodoo shit. And when she touch my body, my soul reacts, that's some voodoo shit. I dug her style, but who knew it would lead us to be lovers and friends like a mustard joint and ludicrous. Now do you believe in voodoo or brujeria? Some santeria. It's not to play with, she isn't either. But I swear her smile brings me back to life like CPR. A kiss from her is like an instant wish come true from a shooting star. Her touch can revive Lazarus and inspire kings and SARS and send your heart racing like a Formula 1 race car. Now do you believe in voodoo or brujeria? Some santeria. It's not a play with, she isn't either. Now do you believe in voodoo or brujeria, some santeria? It's not to play with, she isn't either.
Yeah, there's a. Oh no, yeah.
You gotta tell me when to go.
Yeah, you don't want to talk over your credits. Go ahead.
I do believe in voodoo. I believe in Santeria. So we back, and that was hella dope. Thank you for sharing.
Thank
Who shot that damn video?
That was a gentleman named, what was his name? It was like Nate or Alex or something like that, I think. But it was directed by Pablo though. That's what I do know. So like the angles, the kind of scene, that was all kind of the came out of the head of Pablo.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you believe in voodoo or Santeria? You got what I mean, bruh?
Yeah,
No, I'm saying, because that's a dope ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit was hot.
Yeah, thank you.
Where did that come from?
The do you part? I'm not sure actually. It just started to like I grew up religious, you know, and so that there's like a like that that other side that's like the taboo side, the witchcraft and all this stuff. And then there's also while there's a lot of positivity attached to women in the Bible, there's also the story at the beginning that pretty much says like they're the reason that man sinned, you know. And so like there's like this view of them, I think, that is like taboo as well. And so it's just kind of like the marriage of those two kind of ideas that kind of led to that. Yeah.
That was hella dope.
Yeah, but for like, for example, like at the end of it, like the where they're biting the apple, like that comes from like the
Adam and Eve.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, you know, and so it was like the merge of those two things.
That's hella dope.
Thank
Damn,
you.
I wish we had more time so we could speak on that, because that's a very
Yeah.
interesting topic.
Yeah, for sure is. Yeah,
But you have so many things going on. You know what I'm saying? So
there's definitely a lot of stuff that we have going on, and our folks wanted to kind of follow up and support. So one, they can follow me under Cordon Concepts, right, which is where they can find everything else I'm about to say. There is a open mic that we have the last Friday of every month at the Lynn House Gallery in Antioch, from 7:30 to 10 o'clock. That is always free. The vibes is always on point. It's a great community of poets there that is starting to organize. We also have a youth open mic starting up the 19th. We also have a play that's going to be debuting on the 24th of August. That's going to be featuring the beautiful Yasmin here. You can't see her right now, I don't think, but yeah,
you
so
pretty.
that'll be on the 24th of August. Got a gala performance coming up. Got going to be out with the Berkeley Slam at the end of August. So a bunch of different. Oh, we also got a bunch of poetry hikes. So we organize poetry hikes to get people outdoors and get them out, you know, active, get them into nature again. Trying to combat some of that stuff we were talking about earlier, by tuning into what really matters, which is like, you know, the earth beneath our feet. And so yeah, all that stuff. But they could get that information under Cordon Concepts on any like.
And also you got grassroots poetry, huh?
Yeah, so grassroots poetry is where we do is where we organize like the open mics out of and the hikes. And so grassroots poetry is essentially a collective of poets who are working to create strengthen a community of poets, really. And we mean that quite literally. So we mean that right now as we're starting off as a baby organization, we mean that relationship wise, building community that way. But then we also mean that quite literally, right? So I'm in communication with different folks who, through various means and through obviously a lot of time, have been able to acquire pieces of land or buildings, or been able to be in the conversation when the building is being built, so that they're a part of the plan going up. And so that is the long-term vision, but we're a collective of poets building community through poetry. And right now we do that through the hikes and the open mics. We have brunches, basic stuff right now, but it'll be growing.
And also is it the 26th?
For the open mic?
No, what about there was one event or whatever I applied to be a vendor for.
Oh yeah, so that's the open mic.
Oh.
Yeah. So for these summer months, we're having vendor markets before the open mic from 5:30 to 7:30, but they're part of the open mic experience.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
We're
where they
supposed to
at
see you
though?
there. So that's gonna be at the Linden House Gallery.
Oh,
In
okay.
downtown Antioch. If folks know anything about Antioch, usually they only know some bad stuff, and the good stuff they know is the restaurant Monica's, which it'll be across the street from Monica's, and it'll be across the street from the Amtrak station. Um, every last Friday of the month, we're there.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you. It's been a thank you for inviting me out. It's a beautiful
Absolutely.
space I got over here. Pleasure to meet you, man. And then, well, we'll be in contact.
Power to the people.
Yeah, power to the people for sure. Have a good one,
Thank
y'all.
you so much. So when you see the poet Antioch, poet of Antioch, y'all better say hey. And then to support also the efforts come through all of his events, support, send some money, some grants. You feel me? Sorry. So anywho, that's what we doing
Right.
up in here. Okay, so boom. So now we about to turn our focus on Mizzo.
So what's
So
up?
who
What's up?
is Mizzo though?
Man,
Back
I
on the
am
sit
one of those people that just I want to see other people grow. I'm not even gonna lie. I think that as this brother was stating, it's time for us to like uplift ourselves, right? And when I say it like that, I am from a music space and community building is necessary. So I dedicated a lot of my time and energy to creating a website that everybody can eat off of. Everybody can basically build their businesses as an entrepreneur or as an artist, as a content creator. It really don't matter. But I focused my last, I say 20 years in the music industry, analyzing everything. The game has changed so many times. The landscape definitely always changes like grass, like it's different seasons and it's different things happening. You think back in the day, we had records, we had 8-track, we had CDs, we had
Right.
tapes, right? Now everything is digital. So a lot of the old school artists, they're not in the same rim as the new artists because the new artists know how to sell digitally. So I feel like a lot of people they were less inspired by the new movement and the new change, and I adapted it differently. So I spent the last so many years just dedicating my life to saying, how can I help other artists? How can I help that indie artist actually grow and make it to that space where they don't only have 4 monthly listeners. You know, I'm gonna say it like that because I started dropping music actually. I think it was November of last year, right? And I mean, I've been in the music industry for 20 years, and we could talk about all the various people that I put out, or you know, all the artists that I work with, or whatever the case may be. I can go that route, or I can just tell you like this. Once I put my music out, I looked and I'm like, okay, I only got 4 monthly listeners. How is that possible? Right? Let me drop some more music. Oh, I got 8 monthly listeners. How is that possible? So I'm keep grinding and grinding on this wheel that everybody is jogging on the same wheel, might I add. The music industry, I'm not going to say it's rigged, but for various people, if you don't understand the music industry, you will be gatekept and you just won't have any fans, no listeners. So, like I said, I dedicated a lot of time trying to figure out how can I actually help these artists? How can I help an indie artist, right? Now, I'm just saying, I'm going to put it like this, and I hate doing it like this, but it means something.
Do it.
With over 33 million streams, I looked at the money that I got from 33 million streams, and I felt like it's not adding up. Now, as an artist, if you drop a song and you're only getting 0.000.3, or it just depends on what streaming service you on, and you got to get a whole lot of streams at the end of the day to pay some bills. But as an independent artist, I can tell you I done paid thousands and thousands of dollars on videos or whatever the case may be, promotion or advertisement. And a lot of artists go sign straight to a record company. What you do when you sign to a record company, they give you $1 million. The first year they got you on tour, they didn't already made $10 million off you. The first year you signed. But you signed for a couple more years. Now you wondering where your money went. You asking all of these different people. You got to pay the government. And then before you know it, you got a bad taste in your mouth about making music. That's a lot of people's story. Look at TLC. TLC was like they was on the Billboard charts, but they was broke. Everybody know their story. I'm not saying it, in a bad light. I'm just saying I know people's story. I've seen a lot of things happen in the music industry, and it's downright disgusting. I can use some different words. I know we can go there, but So my whole basis is saying that I spend my time trying to figure out how could I motivate these up and coming artists or the artists who are already out to keep making good music, because here in the Bay Area we are the trendsetters for a lot.
A lot.
I'm gonna say it like that, and I don't care who whatever holla at me, because the hyphy movement. It's so many movements that we had here in the Bay Area, just to name a few. But the whole thing is, for me as an artist, I want to stay grounded and I want to stay making good music. I want to please every listener. I don't really call them fans, I call them listeners, because it's a community. All the people that listen to my music know every struggle, movement, whatever the case may be, because a lot of the music is inspired behind that.
Okay, but most people don't. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a lot of new listeners and stuff like that. So boom, where are you from?
I'm from Oakland, California. East
Got-
Oakland to be exact. I ain't gonna lie.
That part.
Straight up.
For real. And this one of my folks too. This is actually the producer of Sucker Duckin'. So I've seen him work through everything he's saying. Like me, I was a struggling artist. I was a poet. And remember we went down to Camille, you know what I'm saying? For
Oh,
Niner
man.
Gang.
Oh,
You
man.
feel me?
Oh, man.
We went down to Camille
man.
for Niner Gang. What they tell us, man?
Man, so as I spoke earlier, and I can keep it 100 because this is a real podcast.
Absolutely.
A lot of people get blackballed into actually deteriorating their whole existence in the music industry. Sucker Duckin' came out 10 years ago. It was something that I produced. We got in the lab, we recorded, right? Niner Gang is something that we recorded so many years ago. And I'm going to say it because 40 stole a song, and just because he had more clout, people roll with it. But that's downright dirty. You know what I'm saying? So for me, as an artist, I kind of understand, and this is why I'm making this creative space for every artist out there, so you don't have to get done like that, because it's downright dirty as any artist. When you make your music, this man that just was in here, beautiful poetry, right?
Right.
So if somebody was to go spit his poetry verbatim or put their little twist on it and then claim it's theirs, he spent his time and effort and energy into making that. It's just like making a diamond. So when you made that song and somebody came and ripped it off, whether, I don't care if it was the Baby or whoever, or Boosie, whatever. If somebody else already came out with that song, it's already out. It's already, people already been listening to it for years. How do you come with making that song unless you get them on the remix? But yeah, let's get on to some more other, because we can talk everything about that. But I mean, yeah, for me, my background of music, I grew up in the days of Richie Rich. I grew up in the days of Too Short. I grew up in the days where it was the Black Panthers. It was revolutionary things going
Power
on.
to the
So
people.
the music meant a different thing, and as time changed, the music meant something different. So I've been around for a long time, man. So the thing that I'm trying to say is, like, we have to understand what have the Bay Area brought to the music scene. And when I thought about that, I'm like, Shote, he been on forever, right? We got a lot of Bay Area legends. We got a lot of Bay Area, Mr. Fab. Mr. Fab is one of them, right?
Shout out to Fabby Davis.
Mr. Fab, you feel me? But we can turn our attention on other people, like, say, a Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle, he from down the way, but Nip had game for days, and it's just sad to see legends like that going so quick, because a lot of people can learn from Nipsey Hussle. Or kids, I say still learn, because you can get on the internet right now and get an ear full of game. 3, 4, 5 minutes, even if they got a whole 60-minute podcast. Every time you listen to something that Nipsey say, it's a bag full, it's $1 million full of game in every 30 seconds that he's talking about, because he's actually giving back to the community. Everything that Nip did was to give back to his community. If you
But
listen
let
to
me
everything
ask
he said,
you a question about you.
go ahead.
How did you start up in the music industry?
Man, okay. Crazy story. I started out producing beats. I used to produce for all the little artists, all the local artists around my way at that time that was young. Everybody would meet up in my at my house in Sabrandi. We had like a microphone hanging from the roof type situation. It was crazy. But shout out to Bobby Blue Nose. I know you know what I'm saying, he's not here, but he's still with me in spirit. But yeah, I was hanging around a lot of artists at the time. I met Keek the Sneak. I met Ike Dola. We was in the studio. We came to his studio. We started playing a whole bunch of beats. And what I found out is I wanted to get paid $500 per beat.
Mhm.
You know, and that's back in the day. And I don't want to show my age, but that's back in the day. I wanted $500 a beat. Nobody was giving me the $500 per beat. You know what I'm saying? I probably get like a $50, $60 here. maybe 100, right? So I got to the point where I said, okay, let me get my own artist. Let me get my own record label. Let me get my own, right? Because I noticed how everything was going. At a young age, I got a record deal handed to me by Teddy Bohannon. I just didn't do it. Jive Records. I just didn't do it. The numbers never added up to me. So as me being young and inexperienced in the industry, I said, now let me step back and let me groom and prep the next town legends. You know what I'm saying? I signed the Yellow Bus Gang. Shout out to the Yellow Bus Gang. And I signed Julian Damone. You know what I mean? So it just kind of grew. It was one point where I had 17 artists, and I wish I could name everybody, but y'all know who y'all is. And we was rocking, we doing shows, we doing everything, and I just kind of felt at a point in time I wasn't making enough money out of it. So I kind of had to stop with the artists and stop with everything that I was doing because it didn't make sense. So when I started my music journey last year, I said I'm going solo. And instead of putting out everybody else's music, because that's what I was doing for years, shooting everybody's video, taking everybody's photo, making graphics, I was everything for everybody. Everybody know me.
But yourself.
Anybody that know me know I was the one-stop shop. You know what I'm saying? I went to school for everything,
he really
right?
no, for real.
I get it.
He really was.
Yeah,
And to this day, it's like most people, they probably calling him right now like, hey, Michael.
So I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like it's in my blood, it's in my time, it's in my energy to actually make music. My grandfather made music. He met my grandmother in the church, you know what I mean? And he was playing the organ. So it's in my blood and it's something that I love to do. So I think that I don't really think about the aspect of making money off of the music. I just create. So
You do it for a love of the game. I can tell you're pure of heart.
Definitely. But one thing that I want to point out is that, like, for any up and coming artist that may see this, that may be listening to this, don't worry about what the haters say. Just do what you need to do and become the person that you need to do. Become the person that you need to become. And don't be scared to create, because a lot of people are scared to think, oh, this other person gonna think I'm lame because I'm singing about a female. And at the end of the day, I made a lot of music back in the day that didn't have nothing to do with females, and probably was the opposite way. If you listen to a song and you be like, what'd he say about her? But nowadays I'm singing. Nowadays it's different music that I'm making, and what I think is like it's grown people music, because a lot of youngsters ain't gonna listen to somebody talk about how much they love that girl, or how much they appreciate her, or anything like that, right? So, but just saying I'm a master at my craft. Any song that you listen to, I got a song called Hands of Time. If y'all go listen to it on Spotify right now, probably bring a tear to your eye, because it's about things that's happening right now in the neighborhood, where kids is getting shot because the shooter don't know how to shoot. So I can take it from whatever aspect. You get what I'm saying? I have so many different songs. I'm not going to lie to you. I already uploaded 52 songs for this whole year. So for this whole year, every Saturday you get a new song. And I got to do it because it has to be done. I got a song with Lil Wayne. I got a song with Gucci. I got a song with Killer Cam. I got a song with Keith Murray. The list goes on, man. I got a lot of music that's about to drop. I got something out right now with Stevie Stone. I got music with legends, people that I listened to as I was growing up. And then I was like, man, Lil Wayne is one of the hottest people in the music industry. How do I get a song with him?
For real.
You get what I'm saying? But you can't be too modest. And at the end of the day, I'm going to keep grinding. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm here at the podcast, just to really let people know, like, do not worry about what other people say. I looked at my viewers probably like last week. My listeners, it was like 2,148. But again, I said I just started last November and I had 4 monthly listeners. So I'm just telling any artist out there, if you hungry, you motivated, and you down to actually making it happen, just do it, because everybody around you gonna tell you what they think, but that's not what you think, because you the one that God gave the vision to. So it takes a lot to be a rapper. I gave him kudos, because to be a poet or to be a comedian, anything
God.
like it's an art. It's synonymous with being an artist. If you're painting a picture like Picasso, right? Then you actually have to have that in your mind and then actually articulate with this paintbrush. So this is your medium.
But you got something else too. You are actually the creative map social network. What is that?
So Again, social map is marketing, advertising, promotion, social network. If you look it up, it's a .com, right? If you look it up, I'm actually trying to help the artists out there. I'm actually trying to help the everyday business person out there because before I stated earlier, it's only 24 hours in a day. Even all, if you're not signed, let's keep it real. If you're not signed, most artists are still working a 9 to 5. So you go work your 8 hour shift, and then you might have to get another job if you're in California. So you might do another 4 hours. You see what I'm saying? You might put 14 hours in a day. You feel me? And then you gotta sleep, and then you gotta kick it with your girl, and then you probably got kids. Guess what? You don't even have time for your craft or your business. So when I created the website, what I had in mind was I'm gonna do all the work for you. All you have to do is have the ambition. If you get on the website right now, it got courses, it got training videos, it got anything that has to do with social media. So I got done for you reels, I got traveling reels, I got funny animal reels for those people that's content creators that don't know, well, how do they get all that footage?
Right.
We got it done for you, and everything is royalty
So it's like
free.
template, like
It's template,
templates?
yeah. All you just plug and play. Everything is plug and play.
Oh, that's what's up.
I got 365-day calendars. I got man, I got. You would just actually have to go to the website because this would be
what
a
is the
whole
website?
podcast. It's called Map Social Networking. So MAP, the word social, and then network.com, right? But yeah, no, I want everybody to kind of understand that, like, at the end of the day, you kind of give up on yourself because you don't have the time and energy to chase your dreams. So you're going to be stuck in that rat race unless you figure some way out of it. So that was the whole point for me even creating a website that actually people can utilize. You can go on there right now. I believe I still got them up because I did it for the pod for like $5. Like you can actually get 100 reels or 50 reels for $5. I think the 100 is $10 and then so forth and so on. But yeah, for all the content creators out there who that you can use memes, you can use all of this, and we're getting paid off of Facebook. I don't know if you monetize, but I'm monetized. So anything that I post and anything
Oh, so
that
you
people,
can show me how to do that?
definitely, most
Absolutely.
definitely.
So I could go on there and on the maps.
Yeah. You can go on the website right now and purchase anything. And like I said, everything is really, it's not price gouging. Everything is done for you. Only thing you got to do is be the person to actually want to jump in the driver's seat of this business. So what I mean by that is say for instance, you got a website. Now you need to generate traffic to your website. How do you generate traffic to your website?
I don't know.
Advertise. Market, advertise, promotion. That's how y'all can remember it. Map, market, advertise, and promotion.
I need all that.
So I'm not gonna lie. Most artists sign to a record label. You know why? Because
they
they're
do all
gonna
that.
market, advertise, and promote.
Promotion,
So
right.
why would you let somebody jump in the driver's seat of your dream and then take you to hell? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, nah, that don't really make sense. But yeah, definitely the website is one thing that I wanted to build and take my time and my effort and my energy and put everything into something that is very creative. And at the end of the day, I started making clothes. So that's the next thing, that the biggest thing that I want to talk about is the reason why I started making my own clothes, and I'm wearing that. You know what I'm saying? This is the drip,
Oh, yeah, that's
you know what
dope.
I'm saying? This is the summertime madness, man. We got all the drip. I mean, it's catered toward the women, it's catered to children, it's catered toward men. So I got unisex shirts. The whole thing is I created my own brand because I was buying everybody else's brand. I'm walking around with everybody else's clothes. I can go in my closet and look at everybody else's clothes that I done bought and I didn't bought for years. So I thought about it in my head. Why would I wear somebody else's brand when I can wear my own clothes, right? And at the end of the day, I want to teach people how to hustle because at the end of the day, people don't really know which way to go. They don't know what direction to go. So if you are one of those people where you got the idea in your mind and you want to become an entrepreneur, find me on the internet. Nah, I ain't gonna do y'all like that. It's Visual Life Music Group CEO 1. And y'all can hit me straight on Instagram. Y'all can hit me everywhere. Or you can just type in Mizzle, Mizzal, in your Google search, and I'm gonna pop up. Whether that's my music, whether that's anything that got to do with me, you can go watch the music video. Matter of fact, come through. Man, it's got over 200,000 something views. I appreciate everybody that watched it. I appreciate y'all. You know, hats off to all my listeners, all the people that really, my day ones, you know what I mean, that really stuck me through a hard time and actually see me progressing. Because like I said, I started doing music in November. I've been in the game for 20 years, but I was always catering to other people.
You definitely were.
So now it's my time. You feel me? So, but at the same time, I do want to teach other people that you can do exactly what I'm doing, because there's a lot of people that's probably listening to the podcast
Right.
or probably gonna watch it or whatever the case may be, and they don't have a high viewership. Y'all don't have the numbers up, and at the end of the day, when you get your royalty check, you looking at it and it don't really seem right. It don't seem right at all. So, I mean,
What was the name of that video that you were just talking about?
come through.
Come through.
Come
And we
through,
can
so-
find that on YouTube.
You can go on YouTube and watch that thing right now.
Okay.
And the common spelling is Come, but the second one is Thur. Yeah, it's one of them videos, man. I had a lot of fun shooting it, you know, and I had a lot of fun writing the song. And actually, that song is killing it right now on Spotify.
That?
Let me see. You got to put Mizzle in there too. But yeah, I'm killing it right now on Spotify. I got more than 5,000 hits right there. I got
First
more than
one?
no, right there.
Thank you.
I got more than 5,000 streams on it, and to people that actually have streams, you know how hard it is to get
That's
more than
dope.
5,000 streams. Kind of hard, man. So yeah, for independent artists out here, y'all, we can talk about this next year. We can have another podcast, and I can show y'all where I'm at and about, you know what I'm saying, whenever you're gonna have me back. But yeah, no, I'm saying, like, as an independent artist, it's a good day to be an independent artist. I am 100% independent. I own my own publishing company. I got my own video production company. Everything. I'm getting paid off of everything. Ain't nobody touching none of my money. I done work with over 30, man, let me see, 30 plus nominated for a platinum record, you know what I'm saying, producers. And like, it's kind of hard to keep up at the end of the day, where it's like you just shelling out money, but at the end of the day, you want to get some of that money back.
And let's see this damn video, because that shit fly.
Let's let it go.
Okay. So we got Mizzle.
You say you wanna see me though, right? Look here, little mama. You know that location. You can't even play me, try to play me like the station. Vacation, I'm going, little baby, call the shit inauguration. Presidential dome, baby girl, you a player with a nigga, but you know your ass wrong. And you know your ass a rapping nigga, drop your ass at home. Gone. Tell the bitch, yeah, I'm gone. Zone. We can get freaky, you know what I mean. Yeah. We can get freaky, you know what I mean. We can get freaky, you know what I mean. We can get freaky, you know what I mean. Let it play, pick the time. Know I be on your ass like the number 9. Right behind you, you a perfect 10. Yeah, I'm gonna be the hot British again. I do that again. I give a fuck who the fuck I been. I do that shit again. I give a fuck who I been. We can get freaky, you know what I mean. Yeah. We can get freaky, you know what I mean. I mean, yeah, we can get freaky, you know what I mean. Let me see it, let me see it, let me see it, let me see it, let me see it. Bitch, that thing over twerking. I'ma try to hurt that ass on purpose. I'ma show you right there that it's worth it. I'ma show you right now that it's worth it.
Alright, we're back.
Boy,
Man,
that video looked like it was hella fun to film too.
I was gonna say, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, making this song was every artist's dream. I literally wrote the song, I was thinking, I heard the beat, I had some great inspiration, right? And as soon as I started writing, I said, let's be creative as I can. Let me try to see if I can sing this. This was the first song I ever tried to sing on.
Really?
Yeah. So it was actually a rough draft. And when I took it to the studio, it just and shout out to my man Jay, man. You know what I'm saying? Dream King Studio, man. They make it come to life. Y'all gotta go over there and holler at him for real, for real. If you trying to get in the mix and you want to get it right, Dream King Studio. But yeah, no, we got up in the lab. I was like, hey, listen to this and tell me what you think. He was like, tweak here. Bam. The whole song. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did not put a whole lot of effort into writing it. I had fun with it. And then the song wrote itself. I listened to the beat and I'm like, yeah. Okay, let me think. You feel me? And I was so juiced that I was just like, I can't wait to get to the studio. And then when I got there, the whole song got laid. And it was crazy because like some of those notes that I was hitting, I was like, oh wait, I don't know if this is the right note. Dude was like, bro, let me tell you exactly what key you was in. And that's how I knew it was a hit. Now, every time somebody hear the song, they say they love the song.
Yeah,
so I appreciate the people, you know what I mean? Because that means a lot. And that makes the artist keep creating. When people tell you they love your craft, you got to keep going. But yeah, we went to Vegas to shoot the video. That was dope. We shot a whole nother video, taxing. We had a time in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I mean, it was one of those things where you can watch the video and clearly see I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, you could tell.
You know what I'm saying? The cameraman was on point. The photographer was on point. Everything was right, man. And that's the whole thing about being an artist. I love to create music. So if you listen to any of my music, you get that feeling through the music, you know?
And even when we did Sucker Ducking, I swear, that's one of my, like, to this day, when people, I still send it to people and they be like, who made that beat?
Man, I can't wait to get back in the lab with you.
Could you bring up Sucker Ducking?
That was the younger version of me, man. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
I cannot wait for us to get up in this. Come on, man. I
was making beats for the fun of it, you know what I'm saying? But now I have a whole thought process behind creating.
Right, but
every time I create now, it's a whole difference. Yeah, definitely.
They rejected us at Camille,
man.
And we went back that day. We was up in East Oakland. Shout out East Oakland. You feel me?
Hey, but the crazy part about it is the Cameo rejection showed me that like they wasn't ready for you. And what dude said, this is exactly what dude said when he listened to Bang Bang.
Shout out to DJ Erie.
Right, DJ Erie, you know what I'm talking about? At Cameo. But he said the song is hard, but
it's not commercial.
It's not commercial. So what you should probably do is change and say different teams.
So therefore, what we gonna do is this is Bella Martrice, produced by.
I want to make sure I get the right one.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Hell yeah. Bella Martrice, produced by Mizzle, Visual Life.
Visual Life Music Group.
You feel me?
What it is, VLM.
Sucker Ducking.
Straight up.
All right.
That shit slap.
Old school banger.
Old school banger.
Old school banger, but that's what I'm saying. Once we get in there now.
For real. That shit gonna be hella dead.
Crazy.
Oh my god. Oh no. I think he's having a suck attack. Okay, I got something for him. Some real nigga shit.
We supposed to be sucker ducking, staring up troubles don't belong to nothing. We supposed to be sucker ducking, staring up trouble don't amount to nothing. Man, I don't give a fuck for the fuck. I see you quacking, supposed to be macking, man, you holding the duck. Please stay fucking me, I'm on the fucking spree. You're not getting 2 words out of me. Nope. I ain't saying shit like Marshawn Lynch, nope. I'm dope, you must be on dope. Oh, coke smoke, I'm supposed to be sucker ducking. Out here touching continents, getting paid to function. I'm serious about the money, I see y'all bluffing. Fluffing up the story so it sounds like something. You ain't a hustler, you all about the buster shit. We supposed to be on get money shit. We supposed to be sucker ducking. You distracting me with this fuck boy something. We supposed to be sucker ducking. Yeah. Don't be dodging. Don't be dodging and sucker ducking. We supposed to be sucker ducking. Staring up trouble don't belong to nothing. We supposed to be sucker ducking. Staring up trouble don't amount to nothing. Trace want to keep his money up and sucker ducking. Then I'm staring up money. We're supposed to be sucker ducking. You ain't a hustler, you a groupie. Wanna be seen with the plug. From the hood, just wanna be seen with the thug. I'm trying to hit the get low. I'm filling my bub in the middle of the dance floor. Man, I'm cutting the rug. Snapchatting it up. My nigga
niggas in the building and they blowing it up. It's hella toddy in this bitch, man. They smoking it up. Smoking it up. I do me, yada me, man. Spilling the bub. Beauty beast. Man, I flirt with the hood niggas, intimidate the models. We through the back doors, sneaking in bottles. I stepped in the club, hella thick and knock me. About to knock me, a nigga make them think they knock me. I can rock ghetto boy, nigga, fuck the Louis. They ain't spending no money in the black community. Man, we could be sucker ducking, getting this money. We belong to something. We supposed to be sucker ducking. Sucker ducking. Nope. They gotta do like Marshawn Lynch do, man. Stop giving these suckers interviews, you understand me? Because it costs to talk to a therapist. She just getting paid to listen, right? We supposed to be sucker ducking. Ducking these dummies don't belong to nothing. We supposed to be sucker ducking. Ducking these something. Sucker ducking, I'm a sucker ducker. I'm a feel most on you with a sucker ducker. Nigga, I'm a sucker ducker. Nigga. Ducka duck. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Bill Mo in the building. Yeah. Bella Martrice and we out. So from now on, we're sucker fucking ducking. Said want all my real niggas to get together and unite. So we can get this motherfucking money. Sucker ducking and the ducky ducking. This your Bill Mo. Peace.
Everybody should be sucker ducking.
Tucking them
I know. Everybody need to be sucker ducking. Shout out to Big Herm, man. You feel me?
Right.
And people need to be sucker ducking. So therefore, it is definitely hard to sucker
Ducking
duck.
and dodging these suckers.
Absolutely. So what you got coming up next? Like as far as your projects?
Man, whew. I don't want to be long with it, but I'm just gonna say y'all gotta tune in. I need y'all to tune in. Like I said, I drop music every Saturday.
What's your Facebook?
What's my Facebook?
Yeah.
The Facebook, actually for the artist Facebook, is Mizzle, Mizzal. You know, a lot of people, they are on my actual real name, you know what I'm saying? But I want everybody to be a fan and go over to the other one, you know what I'm saying? It's growing. I think I'm at like 610 people.
Do you have beats for sale right now?
Right now, I'm actually currently not in the position to be producing at the moment because we are doing all the initial phases with the website and with the clothes and everything else that we got going on. We actually started our own 3D printing, got a 3D print farm on the way. So, you know, for all those people out there that are actually into different like movie memorabilia, we do a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? And on the top of that, if you have a business and you need some 3D printed things, we got you.
Okay,
So,
because the whole thing is like I got my ghetto. You feel me? You ain't seen me?
definitely. I can turn that into something. So that's the whole thing about being creative. As being an artist, I know how to do graphics, you know, but do I have all the time to do graphics? No, I don't have all the time to do graphics. But I am a graphic designer because I actually have to graphic design things for the 3D printer. So definitely, man. And,
I'm looking at my order now. Excited.
oh yeah. Oh, got you. I got you.
Put it in out loud.
Hey,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Paul's in the building. You want to say hi, Paul?
Yeah, hello everyone. Good to see you all. I'm
Man,
enjoying
hey.
the conversation. Trying to be quiet, but you know, I just have a problem.
No, you don't.
I'm like a Tourette's kind of guy. I just gotta say stuff. But yeah, no, there's so many things where I just wanted to jump in. But
It's good, man. We over here at Edge Studios, man. This is a very beautiful
Edge
space. If you
Studios,
guys do
hella
not
dope.
know, I don't like to tell people, but it's always those hidden gems in the Bay. We got the best eateries. We got the best social networking. We got the best studios. This is a podcast studio, and look, I feel like I'm at home already. You get what I'm saying?
you is.
Hey, but Paul made it happen, man. You know, he said, "Go and take your shoes off." I'm glad I got the good socks on, not the one with the toe sticking out.
Well, you
Man.
can see that my dog and your girl are like close now.
Right.
They're gonna be sending each other like Christmas cards and stuff.
Definitely. Hey, it's all good, man. Hey,
Right.
It's all good. But yeah, no, really, this is one of those spaces that it just come to life, man. Because as I said earlier, any person that can get in front of a microphone and talk for a whole long time and keep people's attention span, they have something to say. So whether that be a comedian, whether that be a poet, whether that be a rapper, whether that be an activist, you have to have something to say. Most people don't want to hear just anything. So when it's intriguing and it actually hits their ear and you keep their mental awareness, they what he where? He what?
Right.
Spotify? Yeah, go to Spotify right now. Play it. I mean, at the end of the day, I tell people like this. I'm not looking to have fans. I need listeners. I need support because I'm building a community. You know what I mean? So if you come listen to my music, a follow is appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Thumbs up is appreciated. I ain't one of the people that's gonna hound you and be all up in your DM trying to spam you to get to go listen to my song. Nah, it ain't even like that. You know, it never been like that. If you feel the music, you vibe with it, come through. I'm out here all day, every day on where? Spotify, Apple Music.
But I feel
Tidal.
like spaces like these or whatever is places where people get to meet the artists.
Well, you meeting an artist right now, and you gave me the platform to be able to speak on this microphone, so I appreciate it. And I think a lot of artists in the Bay Area need to hit up Treese and really, like, Bella got a whole movement over here, because you can come over here and you can be yourself and you can be free to say what you want to. A lot of people that say anything about podcasts, they always say that podcast is scripted, right?
And messy.
And messy, right? And it ain't always got to be about gossip, because with me, I'm not entertained by gossip. Not at all, by far. You know what I mean? So this is one of those podcasts where you can watch her grow and you can hear all the talent that's coming out of the Bay. Everybody know the Bay got talent.
Absolutely.
Everybody know the Bay we got that sauce out here. Feel me? They trying to put it in a bottle and learn how to sell it, but they can't.
That's right. This hour of Ghetto Poet brought to you by 4 6s. That's right, ranch water.
Yeah.
Come and sit. That's a box
Voiceover
of
so
them.
we can get those
I
guys.
know, right?
Yeah,
For
definitely,
real.
Sponsorships. We need those sponsorships.
You have the perfect radio voice.
Definitely.
I gotta practice on mine.
I'm gonna have to have him do my Spotify
Dude,
ad.
you have to.
The Spotify ad, like, listen to Mizzle now.
Welcome to Bella Martrice
Like, what the hell?
Podcast Radio.
Back of my neck just
Right.
went
I gotta like
crazy.
practice that.
He got people over here. Like, you
Like
can only
and
listen to one song at
subscribe.
a time. Yeah. No, you definitely got that voice.
You
You
got that
definitely got
voice.
that voice.
Yeah, apparently I should have been an announcer at a strip club.
Oh shit. Now introduce. Nah.
Let's
said
try it,
strip club
Paul. Let's
over
see
here.
it. Let's see.
Coming to the stage, get your dollar bills together and put your hands together for the lovely Cinnamon.
Cinnamon roll, or what? I almost pulled out my money. I ain't gonna lie. It was an accident.
Jelly roll.
Whoa, not jelly roll, not jelly roll, big ass. Come on, baby, bring that in. Come on, big girl. Nah, hey, definitely.
Shout out to the big girls. I'm a big girl. I'm talking about us.
Hey, man, big girls need love too, and all
So
them
do big
dudes, and
niggas.
all them dudes that say they don't like big women secretly like big women. Anyway,
A lot of them be big themselves,
Right.
dude.
I
They're in
I hate her.
denial.
I hate her big ass while he eating a cheeseburger. Come on, bro.
Right? Be like, what size bra you with? No, for real. I'll be looking at bro. I'll be like, this ticket's bigger than mine.
All right. I'm
just saying, man.
gonna keep it a buck. People just have to be comfortable with themselves, man.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we all human. So this is the crazy part about it. A lot of big women are very, very cute. Now, what's the other crazy part about it? All these ugly ass. She got a big booty, but she ugly as fuck. So you can't change the ugly, but at the same time, a big woman can lose weight, and then she just be. And to me, I don't want to say just as beautiful, because if you're comfortable in your own skin, you ain't gotta worry about what the next motherfucker think.
Right. And then too, it'd be hella funny, like the beauty standards, like when it comes to women, because it'd be like the least attractive men always have something to say. But like, bruh, is this not applicable to you?
Right.
Like they'd be like, men are visual. Well, women are blind. You think we don't like small waists and a cute face and a bigger? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, who don't like that? Like, we like white teeth and 6 packs and you feel me? Like, I'm
working on it.
don't worry.
I'm working on it. Yeah.
I
I've
ain't
been working too
gonna lie.
long. I got a keg.
Not the kid.
I got a kid too.
But real, it's in this day and age, we got to be more about mental awareness because a lot of
Exactly,
people will look
mental
at
health.
somebody on TV and be like, I need to look like this person on TV. I need to fit into that status quo. I ain't trying to fit into none of that. You know, honestly, back in the day, I did wish I was 6'5", but I'm 5'8", and I'm comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying to all them ladies out there, like, and I'm not knocking no lady that wear makeup or eyelash or anything like that, but be comfortable with who you are because a lot of people ain't even comfortable with who they are. And a lot of these women are beautiful within and without. You know what I mean? But I have to tell the guys out there, get to know the inside before you get to know the outside. Because a lot of dudes, you leave the club and you think she one way because that was the club. You know
Is that right or wrong?
Yeah, nah, I mean, for real.
What side do we learn it first?
You know what I mean.
Yeah,
Man.
I know what you mean.
Know the heart, man. The cattle zone. You know what I'm saying? Think about what's in her mind because most niggas is just trying to get in her pants, right? And at the end of the day, when you get the cookie, then you start acting funny, right? Then you start ducking and sucking duck. You sucking ducking, right? Because now all of a sudden, bruh, acting weird. Right? You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is, that's why women be having that big ass fence that dudes be having to jump over and climb, right? I'm not gonna lie. Am I right or wrong?
And mine had razor wire at the top.
Hey, a lot of dudes that made all of these fine ass bad women turn into some complete monsters.
That's because we be settling. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Ooh,
We'll be
don't
like,
do
no,
the
I
settling.
am.
Well,
Because it be like, dudes be like a hot 3. It's like you think the content of the character be good.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like he think he's slanging pipe, and it be like, bro, your head, man. I gotta masturbate after, and
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? It's like you.
It's like going out for sushi and going for a cheeseburger after.
Come on, man.
That's
Like,
what
for
I'm
real.
saying.
And it's like, you got to think, like, a lot of us women, we be looking for safety. So it's like emotional safety, financial safety, keeping it real. A lot of niggas be out here stealing coochie. You know what I'm saying? They be lying to get it,
Right,
you know,
right, right.
scheming and scamming to get it.
Right.
Like, I feel stolen from, like, any sucker I ever, you know what I'm saying, gave it to up under false pretense or whatever.
Right.
It's like, sucker, you didn't deserve that. You know you didn't.
Right.
You have a low self-esteem. Otherwise, you wouldn't have lied to get it. So therefore, and then too, when it comes down to body image, it's like women are always the ones with the microscope, but it's like a lot of men suffer from a lot of like negative, like low self-esteem. And that's one thing that we don't talk about in our community, especially like the black community. It's like, come on, man. Like every nigga ain't King Kong with the slinging the ding dong.
Right.
No, I don't get why guys are so. You'll see
Am I
it
lying?
a
Look,
lot
your mic
more-
might be
You'll
live.
see it you'll see it with my race of people a lot more. Older white guys during the summer wearing Speedos and no shirt and stuff, and they're like 80 years old walking down the street, and you're like,
Come on, bro.
oh, come on.
But
But then a girl will be so like, do I look fat? Do I look okay? And it's like, really? You look great. It's guys that are got some major
But people-
issues.
But who
People are still always
cares?
checking for these social cues. Think about this. If you post a video right now if you post a picture right now on Facebook and it don't get more than 10 likes, you start thinking something wrong with you, right?
I don't think
Instant
shit.
gratification. Well, I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying the new generation because I think in this room we're a little more mature than that,
I'm about to be
right?
41.
But the whole thing is, hey, I'm a little older than you, but the whole thing, what I'm saying is, right now in this day and age, people like you said are just in a relationship. They just there. They just, I mean, I don't want to say compromising, but they just there. They
Look
they
how high
settle.
rent is.
They
It's
settle.
like,
They settle. So that was what I was gonna get to. So most people will be in a relationship. Well,
to survive, shit.
well, I don't even want what's the word? Let me think. What is a hobosexual? I'm gonna say that, right?
Homosexual.
Because he's actually he has nowhere to go, but
I'm
he
gonna
gonna
get my
swing the
Urban
weed
Dictionary
to
out.
have somewhere to stay, right? I'm being honest. There's a lot of females staying with a dude right now that really don't like him.
Right.
You feel me? It's a lot of females with a dude just because they have kids. And what that actually does is it causes a toxic environment. And what does that do? That turns you into a whole different person. People say when you be with a person for a certain amount of time, y'all start looking alike. So what do you think? Y'all don't act alike? You get what I'm saying?
No,
So
for real.
in the end, you lose yourself as a person. You completely lose yourself as a person in a bad relationship, in a toxic relationship. Off top. So I'm just saying, for those people out there that are stuck in those type of environments and those type of situations, they do have numbers you can call. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that at all like funny, but there's ways to get help. You know, find somebody and get yourself out of that situation because those situations will drive you crazy.
Nuts.
And for you dudes that stand on the couch, you feel me? Because you know what I'm saying, your weenie game ain't strong. Get you a goddamn job and get out of there, baby. And for all you other, the ones that's leaving their lace front in the bathroom, don't nobody want to see your fucking lashes on my refrigerator. Get your stinking ass out of my motherfucking house and get your shit together. But yeah, nah, for real, man. People got to get their life together, man. They got to get their life together.
You done
Baby.
woke
It's
up with a
2024.
you didn't see the lace front on your refrigerator before?
Man, okay, so it was a long night. You know what I'm saying? I think I knocked her lace front off from the back, but that's not nobody's business. But no, I didn't see some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see some eyelashes. Eyelashes looking like a
That don't count.
eyelashes be looking like a goddamn tarantula.
They
Scare
don't.
the shit out of you. Whoa, I'm just
Nah,
saying.
for real.
like,
One
for
of
real,
mine
for real.
fell off, and I done did that myself. so
Or
I
if you
feel
wake up in the morning and that lash is stuck to your arm.
If I was to do it, I'd have flipped out.
If I was microdosing, oh, that's another show.
Oh, definitely. Hey, microdosing is where it's at, man. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
To be honestly, we just talk a little bit about it. You know what I'm saying? It can help people out.
It can.
It can help you. You can actually mentally break through.
It's
you know what I'm
getting me
saying?
through this show right now.
Yeah. Hey, microdosing is cool, but I've never microdosed. I actually just took it all the way. Nah, if you eat a whole eighth, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a long night, man. That's like you said, that's a whole nother podcast, buddy.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother
Talk about
podcast.
it after the show.
Hey.
I'd love to talk to you about it.
Said I'm seeing lights. The reflection of Jesus in the back of my eyeball.
And then
Don't
too, so
take me,
anybody
Jesus.
listening or whatever, you gotta think that there's points, like oh my God, I was about to say the magical word that I don't need to say on there. So anywho,
Right.
so anyway, I am a very open, boisterous person. So therefore, I'm getting this. My homeboy or whatever. He's a very talented artist. He's a great friend, a good ear. Definitely got
Appreciate
mouthpiece.
it.
You feel me? So therefore, I really want you guys to tap into the MAP social networking and to really check out his music. You know what I'm saying? See everything that he's doing, and he's funny, as you see. So therefore, we having fun up at Edge Studios. You didn't put the video on you, Paul?
No, not at all.
Why?
Oh, because I was like arranging it for.
Okay.
I'm having a bad hair day.
Oh no.
Kidding. No, let's move the cameras from
Cordon.
Cordon.
Hey, he was raw, huh?
To you
I
guys.
told you.
We gotta link up. Man, again, man, this has been one of those podcasts. Like, I'm not
Absolutely,
even gonna
man.
lie.
Don't always be like
I
that.
came in here with intentions just to let people know about the music and also let people know about the website that I built. It's for
And then
y'all.
too, let me just tell the listeners this is that I'm a woman. I'm I'm from Fillmore, California. California. So anyway, is that like me being a female artist, I think I met you when I was like 27, 28. You feel me? My daughter was a baby. You know what I'm saying? I always talk about this, but this is a man. I came to his studio. No weird shit. And I feel like for women navigating, you know what I'm saying, being artists, one thing that we really have to struggle with is being around trustworthy men that actually want to promote us as artists, that actually want to see us grow and thrive and not try to fuck us. So ladies, you know what I'm saying? Keep your coochie to yourself. If you got a producer and he wants some of your coochie with the wrong producer, man, you feel me?
Hey, not trying to bring it up, but look, this is
For
kind of
real.
what the industry is built on. Nowadays, you don't have no platform, but if you giving up that coochie, you got a platform. You know, I'm not saying that every female is selling that coochie, but a lot of the music that's coming out right now is straight coochie rap. But the whole point that I'm saying is, like, if you think about it, look what's going on with P. Diddy, right? And I don't even want to just throw it in there, but I'm gonna say a lot of the people have been gatekeeping. If you're not giving up the cooch or the booty hole, then guess what? Your music ain't getting played.
Right.
So
And-
that's the question.
But
is,
what I'm saying is that as a female artist, as somebody who we've been working together for over how many years now, boom. What I'm saying is that coming into your studio, us like being as cool as we is never crossed no boundary, ain't never been disrespected by not even by any of your artists. You got so much respect amongst your people and the people you keep around you. I've never been disrespected by somebody I met through you.
like I said earlier, it's a
me?
community. It's a
Power
straight-
to
it's
the
a-
people.
It's a straight community.
For
You
real.
know, everybody that know me, everybody that been around me, everybody know that I stand for business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let you say or do nothing wrong to anybody in my camp. You feel me? Every time we go perform, we have the utmost respect for ourselves and for the venue. So a lot of people, they get drunk when they perform. No, we ain't even doing all that. We came for business. So when you came to the studio, I'm already like, hey, yo,
You got
I
a
was the
woman
only
coming
female
through.
there.
Hey, we got a woman coming through. Y'all be on y'all best behaviors. You know what I'm saying? If you got a
Mm-hmm.
dingy tea, go buy a white one. But yeah, nah, for real, you gotta have the utmost
For real.
respect when you're dealing with women, because a lot of people don't show the woman enough love. You think about it, we spent 9 months in our mothers, right? So we gotta love the women, because the women actually make the world go around. The women actually heal the child. The women actually bring the child nurturing. So of course, I'm gonna bring you into the studio to see what Mother Earth has to offer. You get what I'm saying? The earth, and I don't want to get too deep in it, but people will always be like, God is a man. Well, how we know it ain't a woman, or a feminine and masculine energy combined?
Right.
But the same thing is, what I'm saying is, every good man need a good woman. You know what I'm saying? Every great man has a woman as a backbone. Believe that. At the end of the day, we just don't show our women enough love. And that's why when you came to the studio, I'm making sure that everybody's on their best behavior, because, you know, dudes can be like a dog with a pink thing hanging out. You feel me? But if you tell somebody, hey, yo, I don't want none of y'all shenanigans, then everybody going to be on their best behavior. Because around me, when you come to my recording studio, or you on any video set as a woman, you can feel comfortable in this space, because ain't nothing gonna happen but business. You're gonna get paid for whatever you came to do. If you came to a video shoot, boom, you're getting paid to be a model. If you came and you modeling clothes, you're gonna get paid to be a model. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna sign a release form and you're gonna be on your way. We're gonna cut the check and keep the business flowing. Because that's how it's supposed to be in business. At the end of the day, people just don't feel like that. They feel like, I'm gonna use my position to get the cookie, and at the end of the day, that's wrong. Like you said, they stealing coochie. He ain't even a hot producer, but now, you know what I'm saying, he talking about, oh, I'm gonna make you an album if you give me some of that. Some of
They
that
don't even
chocolate
be
chip
like, they
cookies.
just manipulate it. It's not like they sit up there to, well, maybe some of them do. I don't know.
I mean, you know, like I said, I can point out, I can say a whole list of names of people that actually done that in the industry. And if you ever seen what's that one show? Was it the Atlanta or hip hop? Oh, 11 hip hop. Now that's a prime example. A lot of them people were just like, you know what I'm saying, they using a studio to get the cooch. I mean, at the end of the day, it's been a running game for a long time, and to me, I feel like that's lightweight disrespectful. Not even lightweight, not even low key.
That's pathetic.
That's disrespectful. You know, because you can go out there and get you a woman. Women are actually into men. That's real. Straight up.
For real.
So, you know, ladies, if you ever got to work with Miz, it's all business. Straight up. Paperwork, sign. I mean, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, think about it. Do you want to be professional, or do you want to be around somebody that's not professional? Any environment that I ever been in, and we'll just put it this way. Think about the tip drill video with Nelly. Nelly would still probably be popping hella hard because everybody was on his Johnson. They love Nelly. But the day that he slid that credit card down the crack of that girl's ass, the females was at Morehouse. They shut him down. So people have to understand, you can't just go around disrespecting women. You can't. That's somebody mama, cousin, sister,
Right.
auntie, niece, whatever the case may be.
I have joke Tourette's. Yeah, you can't be sliding the card down the. No,
They have an ATM
this
machine.
one has a chip.
I knew it was coming. I just didn't know which way.
That you have to tap it.
Right.
Tap it.
Tap it. Hey guys, if you gotta tap it, insert the chip.
Oh, my.
Do it at the strip club. Just
You
don't
said
do it.
say it.
Don't do it at the
I
video shoot.
want you to see it. And then to you strippers, make sure you got the little, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
make sure
Hey.
it's welcomed.
No, what was I
You
finna
know
say?
what I'm saying?
What
That's what you want.
what little card
Put
thing
up
they
your
got?
boundaries. If
What's
you
the little
don't,
card thing called?
I can imagine.
The
I'd
cube?
be
What is it? The
beside
cube?
shit out of
You know how
somebody
you go to
trying do
vendors? I say
something
you go
like
to
Square.
a square. Ladies, get the square, man. Get the square. Sounds kind of crazy, huh? Get the square. Get the
that.
square.
Oh my goodness!
You
I have
know
a
what?
bunch of dirty, filthy shit that probably get me. What is it called? Always get
Cancelled.
banned. I mean, not
Cancelled.
banned. What is it called on the Instagram? When I be always in Facebook jail.
Oh, face.
Man, I
Hey,
be getting into
hey,
Facebook penitentiary,
Hey,
man. That's why
stay-
I'm trying.
Stay out of Facebook jail.
That's why I
Yeah,
can't.
you
I
know what?
can't.
The
I don't want
jumpsuits are
that.
blue. I don't like them.
I don't like it.
No,
Especially now.
I heard it's like a
Say
thumb.
meta
It's
on the back.
a right. It's a
It's
thumbs
not
down. It's not a thumbs up. In the
Right.
in the way that the thumb is arching.
And people be
Yeah.
reporting me. I think I have people that's like waiting. Like she better not
Ooh,
say it.
listen. We ain't got time for that because people be reporting me when I do motivational. Please stop it. What are you doing? Get a life. Oh
Stop
my God, get a
it.
job. What do you people
Dame
don't have any time?
espacio.
No time to do this. Don't do this. But yeah,
For
nah,
real.
I try to get up every day and be motivational. If you get on anything, my TikTok,
If you get on
What's your
by the way,
TikTok?
by the way, it is MIZZALVLMG. Yes, Victor. Nah, I ain't gonna do it phonetically, but nah, for real though. VLMG, it's Mizzle VLMG. Everything is Mizzle. If you go to Google and you type in Mizzle, I'm gonna pop up. It was a guy, he was a J Mizzle and some other kind of Mizzle, but I think that after all of these songs I've been dropping, I don't know where they're at on the algorithm of, you know what I'm saying, Google. But I am the one and only, just for the record. Moment of silence. I killed it, guys. Now you can go back to whatever Mizzle you want to be. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's been it's been the time in the building, man. I feel like
Absolutely.
I should have brought me an airbed because this is home. Like
For real.
this has
Got a
been one of
futon.
hey futon work too, man. I got a bad back, but I mean, yeah, no.
That's hella fun. It looked like you was gonna say something, so I was waiting for you to say
Oh,
something.
I was waiting for you to cue me to do something. I don't know.
No,
what
I
to do.
wasn't. No, you just looked like you was gonna say something. I'm like, say the joke. Go ahead.
So can we have an update? You never got your promotional materials, your hats and stuff back.
Oh my goodness, somebody, man, fuck them.
No, but if they, what I'm saying is you didn't get them back. So somebody
No.
stole your stuff out of your car.
Yeah.
And okay, so this goes out to the people that stole the stuff. If you're gonna sell it, make sure to send her the money to her.
Yeah, but
Cash
the
App.
whole thing is take hella
To your
pictures or
Cash
whatever.
App,
Even if
and
you,
then-
but even if you buy the hats, you know, somebody stole like hella my fucking Ghetto Poet hats.
Better
Oh my
distribute it so
God.
that it can promote, so you see them somewhere. Like,
My thing is this: is that if you stole my shit, oh man, here goes Selassie. Hold on one second. Hello. No, he. Oh my goodness, why we up at the studio? Where you at?
it's not like we're
Let
in the
me-
middle of a show.
I know, right?
Caller, are you there?
Hold on one second. I'm about to put
Caller,
you on speaker.
are you there?
Long time listener, first time caller. Go ahead.
You heard me? So I'm about to put you. We on live right now. Hold on.
So go ahead and go speaker and put
Go
it
ahead.
right up to that.
Okay, boom. Say who you is.
They just coming fresh off the Woo block. If you from the city, you know what that is, baby.
That's what's up. So
No. What's cracking, y'all? I was just saying what's up, man. It's your boy Selassie. What's cracking, you know?
you gonna have to come down here before you leave, okay?
I'm on McAllister and Polk, looking at London Breed office.
Right there. He's right here.
I know.
What's cracking, y'all? What's going on? Again, congratulations on the show. Thanks for having me on as a special guest. Shouts out to everybody out there listening on the airwaves and listening online. You feel me? That's how you're supposed to do it.
Okay, boom.
Definitely.
So then, boom. So I'm about to call you back because we live right now. Okay.
All right, for sure. Okay, have a good show.
All right, love you, bye. All right, peace. All right, that was nice. I should have told his ass to come down here, but we gotta go. It's almost checkout time.
It is almost checkout.
Nah,
It's always-
Gotta
always
go.
go.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
What were you saying? What song?
The song Tupac, we gotta go. It's checkout time. We gotta go. Look at you.
Hey, it's cool. She didn't do the whole song, so don't nobody come, you know what I'm saying, Snoop, because Suge don't hold that phone no more, bro. It wasn't 30 seconds. Just be cool, bro. Uncle Snoop Dogg, bro. Be cool.
Uncle Snoop.
Uncle Snoop Dogg.
I like Snoop.
Snoop cool. He slide down to the town every now and then again, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Being
love
here in the
Snoop.
Bay Area, I done seen a lot of legendary people. I done met a lot of legendary people.
How does it feel to become a legend yourself?
Ooh, okay, so this the whole thing. When I transition, when I leave this earth, I'm going to leave my legacy. But in order for me to leave a legacy, I have to become a legend. So that is why I devoted my time to help other independent artists, likewise, and other musicians, and all the people that are in the music industry. I just want to tell you that your job is the hardest job in the world, to create content constantly, because in this day and age, you got to constantly create content, right? So hats off to all of you artists, you know what I mean? And all you people with dreams and aspirations and that want to get y'all business off the ground, come holla at me or be broke. Either or, it don't really matter to me, because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to help people out. And that's why I said I dedicated my time and energy to creating MAP Social Network, just for the sole reason because artists don't have time to promote themselves. So I did everything for you. These are done for you reels. How can you lose? I'm not charging 30, 40, 50. I could be charging a lot of money for these reels. I'm telling you, they only $5 and $10. Y'all better get the price for it. Start going
Mizzle,
up
let
like
me ask
gas.
you one question. Which one of your favorite songs on your album or one of your upcoming projects or even your past projects as our outro? You feel me?
Ooh, to play?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, to be, like you have to go to Spotify because it's not on, or it probably is. Let me see. What is one of my favorite songs? It's True. Right now, It's True is one of those songs that, like, I love that song. That song loved me. We made a baby and it turned into a little It's True. But yeah, nah, for real. I got so many different songs. I drop a song every week. So I kind of outdo myself sometime because this week that's dropping, if you just put it in Mizzle, then it should come up. This week that's dropping, I got a song with me and Young Moses. You feel me? Moses Music. You feel me? Me and Moses Music about to drop something, and that shit about to go crazy. Keep going down, let me see. Keep going down. Nah, it's not a music video, so. And then It's True, it has an E at the end. It's True. IT.
That was fun.
Yeah, no, man, I ain't gonna lie. I just love creating music, man. So if y'all
look at you right there.
if
That's
y'all
taxing.
if y'all got time, make
This
sure
yours?
this Saturday when the song drop. Yep, that's the one at the top. When the song drop with me and Moses Music, man. This song is crazy. It's called A Whole Lot of Sticks. That is one of my favorite songs, but it's not out yet, so y'all gotta listen to this. And I'm just gonna slow it down and just let y'all know this is for every person that felt like this is them. Nah, I'm just playing. This was specially written for a person, and I hope that it makes them feel
So let me tell
special every
everybody,
time they hear it.
adios or whatever. I got my boy up in the building. You feel me? Peace.
Thanks
You wanna
for
say bye for the
watching.
people?
Man, hey, I love y'all. Everybody that's watching, everybody that been a day one fan, continue being a fan or a listener or whatever you want to be. And to every inspiring artist, keep your dreams alive by keep making more music. I'm out. Y'all go check me on every social media and listen to the music. I love y'all in advance because y'all don't stand a chance.
Baby, it's true. Can't lie, I think about you. Hey, it's true. Girl, I know. I can look into your eyes and enjoy the view. I can say I love you and know that it's true. No matter what you say, I believe in you. I'll be here, girl, when you need me to. You know. I feel your energy, baby. Swear I need you daily. Oh, you drive me crazy. Oh, you drive me crazy. I need you daily. You drive me crazy. I need you daily. Oh, like yeah, I need you daily. You drive me crazy. I need you daily. You drive me crazy like. I believe in you and everything you do. I know what you've been through. Now, baby, let's take our time and do what we do. Just getting on, I know. Just like a track we rule, and I know how we do. Let them scratch the surface, trying to find that clue. Every day is brand new. That's why I know it's true. That's why I know that I really love you. And every time I'm on my way, you know I'm in the room. I need you daily. You drive me crazy. I need you daily. I love you daily. You drive me crazy. I need you daily. You drive me crazy like.